Namaste and peace be with you, yogis. Thanks for joining me today for this gentle yin yoga stretch. If you're a beginner or just getting back into yoga again, this is the perfect place for you to start. We'll start today lying comfortably on our backs with the knees bent and feet planted on the floor. You may want to place your hands on your belly. You may want your feet a little wider and knees knocked in. Once you've found that comfortable position, just focus on your breath, softly breathing in and a slow exhale out. And while here, I'll review those 3 principles of yin. The first being find your edge, the point where you feel stretch or resistance, but never to pain. The second is to resolve to be still, still in your mind and still in your body, allowing the muscles to be soft and the joints to open up, and then finally hold the pose for a period of time, allowing that chi or energy to move in the deeper connective tissue. We'll hold today 1 to 2 minutes. Now walk your feet back in about hip-width distance apart and draw your knees into your chest. And then we'll just make some gentle circles with the knees. They could be big circles, they could be little circles. Just massage the low back. And maybe you find some breath with the movement, inhaling as the knees are out and exhaling as the knees come in. Now switch directions and make the circles in the opposite direction. Ending your circle with your knees to your chest. Then lower the right foot down to the floor, planting that foot on the floor. You could leave the knee bent, or you could extend that leg out. And then with the left leg, we'll flex the foot and press your foot towards the ceiling, bringing the knee to the side of the body. For half happy baby, you could keep your hand on the outside blade of the foot or reach to the inside arch of your foot. Mindful that you're keeping both hips down and on the mat. Remembering to find your edge, never to pain. Resolve to be still, still in your mind and still in your body, and hold the pose. Now you can adjust at any time you need to. Maybe more bend in the knee, less bend in the knee. Maybe if that leg is extended, you bring it up with a bent knee and the foot is planted on the floor. Just continue to focus on your breath and enjoy the stretch. Listen to your body and adjust the pose as you need to at any time. Maybe with this pose, just bend the knee and hold the knee into the chest with the leg and foot by your side. Release your leg, bend the knee so your knee is to chest, and we'll move to a reclined twist. Take the right hand over the left knee and gently draw the knee over and across the body for a twist. Bring the left arm out to the side for a T. Your gaze could be straight up, towards the same side as the knee, or towards the opposite side. The knee doesn't have to come to the floor. Just let gravity gently pull it to the side. finding your pose and your edge. Hold the pose and just resolve to be still. Still in your mind and still in your body. And sometimes as we're holding these poses for the longer periods of time, our mind starts to wander. And if it does, just acknowledge those thoughts and then let them go and come back to focusing on your breath. Breathing in and nice slow exhales out. And now roll back to the center and maybe adjust your hips and your shoulders to realign the spine. Bring that right leg up and plant the foot on the floor for figure four pose. The left ankle comes across the right thigh. And you could rest right here, and this could be your pose today, or gently bring your knees towards your chest. You could reach behind the thigh or the shin of that right leg below the knee, gently pulling that supporting leg towards your chest to stretch the outer hip and glute, keeping your head and shoulders relaxed and on the mat. Find your pose, resolve to be still, and focus on your breath. Gently breathing in and a nice extended exhale out. Maybe as you hold this pose and breathe, you notice the low back and the hip relaxing and stretching. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, really focus on that low back. Feel the muscle releasing and relaxing. And then on your next breath, take the breath into your hip. And as you exhale, the hip and the glute relax. Next exhale, release your legs and plant your feet on the mat. Uncross that left leg. Extend both legs out long. And then reach your arms up overhead to the opposite end of the room for one nice big full body stretch. Take a couple of breaths here, and we'll do that sequence on the other side. Exhale, bring the hands back down by your sides. Plant the feet on the mat with the knees bent again. Happy baby, right leg, knee to chest. The left leg extends, or you can keep it bent. Flex the right foot and bring that foot up towards the ceiling. Draw the knee down beside your body towards the armpit, and you could hold to the blade side of your foot or to the arch of the foot. Keeping the left foot down and on the mat, whether that leg is bent or extended. Find your pose. Resolve to be still and hold the pose. Holding this pose at your edge, never to pain, reaching that deep connective fascia tissue. And by doing so, we not only improve our flexibility, but our overall mobility and overall health. So gently find a pose that is the point of mild sensation, not pain, a place where you can relax, remain quiet and still in the pose, letting the muscles release the tension. Adjust the pose again anytime you need to, especially when you're just getting back into yoga or you're new to the yin yoga. Not pushing, not pulling, and not striving to get to any point. Bend the knee of that right leg and release your foot. Bringing that left hand over the top of the right knee, the right arm out to a T, gently cross the knee over the body for a gentle twist. Finding your edge, enjoying this relaxing twist and stretch. Focusing on your breath and resolving to be still. Your head can be looking straight up, or maybe you choose to turn towards the same side that your knee is, or you could turn to the opposite side, adding a little more twist. Wherever you choose to be, resolve to be still and just focus on your breath and enjoy the relaxation of your body. On your next exhale, roll back to the center and adjust your spine and shoulders as you need to get back to alignment. Figure 4 on the opposite side. Right ankle over the left thigh. Gently drawing that knee towards your chest, either hand behind your thighs or on your shin. Focus on your breath and maybe breathe into that hip. Softening the muscles, letting them relax and soften. Soften that face and that space between your eyes. Relax your shoulders a bit and relax the grip in your hands. Ease into the pose and breathe. Release your legs and plant those feet back down on the floor. And this time we'll go to a reclined butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to just fall out to the sides. Allowing your arms to rest comfortably by your sides. You can adjust the feet up closer to your bottom or a little farther away. Find what feels best for you today. Now carefully use your hands to bring your knees back up to the center. And we'll do an easy twist to the right and to the left. Arms out to a T. Drop both knees to the side, one just stacked on top of the other. Gently bring the knees up to the center and over to the opposite side. Your gaze could be up or towards the same side or the opposite side of your legs. And carefully bring the knees back up to the center and find your Savasana, where you can be comfortable and just relax the mind and the body for the next few minutes. Focusing on your breath, softly breathing in, and a nice slow exhale out. Allowing the body and the mind to fully absorb this practice's benefits. Maybe take one big final full body stretch before we end today and come back to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate you. Peace be with you. And I'd love it if you would subscribe, press the like button, or leave me a comment. See you next time. Bye.